Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So with the announcement that Chris Chibnall will be leaving the show at the end of Series 13 alongside Jodie Whittaker, we don't just have the question of who should be the next Doctor, we also have the question of who should be the next showrunner. So here's my picks for the next showrunner. If you want to check out my 14th Doctor picks, then that video will be linked at the end of this one. Honourable mention: Mark Gatiss. Mark Gatiss is no stranger to the world of Doctor Who. He wrote for the show during the RTD and Moffat eras from 2005 to 2017. He wrote a grand total of 9 episodes from The Unquiet Dead to Empress of Mars. He also wrote the 2013 docudrama An Adventure in Space and Time, as well as playing the following characters: The Master in Big Finish's Unbound series of audios opposite David Warner's Unbound Third Doctor, Richard Lazarus in The Lazarus Experiment, Danny Boy in Victory of the Daleks and A Good Man Goes to War respectively, Gantok in The Wedding of River Song, and Captain Archibald Hamish Lethbridge Stewart in Twice Upon a Time. During the Moffat era, he was seen by many fans as the obvious choice as Moffat's replacement as showrunner, but obviously this didn't happen. Chris Chibnall replaced Stephen Moffat as showrunner instead. Gatiss left the show at the same time as Moffat, and beyond writing a few short stories and books, has not written much for the show and its expanded media since. While some people do still have Gatiss as their top pick for the next showrunner, I personally don't think it's very likely now. If he was going to be showrunner, then he would have been the one to come after Moffat, but that's not how things worked out, of course, and I don't think Mark Gatiss has ever had much interest in becoming the show's showrunner anyway. But if he was showrunner, I would really like it. His love for all things horror and gothic, as shown in the Dracula show he made alongside Stephen Moffat last year, as well as many of his Doctor Who stories, would certainly help to add an edge and fresh approach to the show, but I don't think it's very likely that he will ever be showrunner. Anyway, let's now move on to the actual list, with third place. 3. Vinay Patel. Vinay Patel has also written for the show during Chris Chibnall's era this time. He wrote Demons of the Punjab and co-wrote Fugitive of the Jadoon with Chibnall. He also wrote the short stories Letters from the Front and The Tourist for the Target Storybook and The Adventures in Lockdown books respectively. Whilst he is only in third place on this list, I do enjoy Patel's 2 TV stories. I also think that he would be great as the next showrunner. Unlike Gatiss, however, Patel doesn't have as much of a clear style of writing or favourite subgenre that he likes to write for, so it's impossible to determine what kind of direction he would take the show in if he was its showrunner. As good as he is as showrunner, there are still 2 other people that I think could be even better. So here's second place. 2. Pete Mctighe. Yes, Mctighe is another person who's written for Chibnall's era, and he won't be the last on this list. Mctighe, of course, wrote Kablam and Praxeus for series 11 and 12 respectively. He also wrote the short story Press Play, as well as write and direct several bits of promotional material for the collection Blu-rays, such as the season 19 safety video with Tegan Javanka and 24 Carat. I personally think that he would also be great as a showrunner, but like Vinay Patel, he doesn't have that much of a clear style of writing or favourite subgenre to write for. This is pure wild speculation on my part, but perhaps his tenure as showrunner might be a little nostalgic, but that might well just be me letting my knowledge of his work on the collection Blu-ray box sets be the entire basis of that. I also really enjoy Kablam immensely, and maybe if Pete Mctighe was showrunner, we could very well end up with other stories that had a similar feel to it, maybe, but he might very well be too busy to next showrunner. He's still involved with the collection Blu-ray box sets as far as I know, and he may also want to work more on his own non-Who related work. But anyway, let's now move on to my number 1 pick for next showrunner, and that is 1. Maxine Alderton. Maxine Alderton is of course the one who wrote The Haunting of Villa Diodati for Series 12, and it has been rumoured that she may be a core writer for Series 13. Perhaps this core writer job is meant to give Alderton a chance to get used to being heavily involved in the writing of the show, with her potentially being considered for the next showrunner by the BBC. But again, that's just wild speculation on my part, but I would love it if it were true. Yes, Alderton has only written for the show once so far, so she isn't as experienced as the other names on this list when it comes to that, but Alderton is definitely more than capable of becoming the show's showrunner, I think. The Haunting of Villa Diodati has this wonderful scary horror-esque feel to it, and I would love it if this was carried over to the show full time. Like I said about Gatiss's writing earlier, it would really help to add an edge to the show and shake things up a little bit, which I'm sure is something that a lot of people would agree the show needs right now. I'm not saying, of course, that the Chris Chibnall era has been a failure, as it certainly hasn't. I just feel like Chibnall wanted to shake things up with his own era, but his efforts in trying to do that were restrained somehow. Perhaps if somebody else was to give it a try, such as Maxine Alderton, it might yield better results, but who knows. Maybe it would work or maybe it wouldn't. Either way, I'd still love it if Maxine Alderton was the next showrunner. I think that she would be great and might be able to take the show in a new, fresh direction. But anyway, so there's my picks for next showrunner. What are yours? Please tell me in the comment section below this video. There's also a rumour going around that the BBC might pick someone who has never worked on a show before, with one particular name being mentioned being Sally Wainwright. I myself am not all that familiar with Wainwright's work, but I have heard of some of it, such as Happy Valley, Scott and Bailey, and of course Gentleman Jack. These have all done very well and received a lot of praise from critics and viewers alike, so Wainwright might well be a great choice. If the BBC really does want to go in this direction, then I'm completely fine with it, as long as they respect the show's history, which I'm sure they will do anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button below, as well as press the bell icon at the side so you'll be notified of when all my new videos come out. This channel currently has 367 subscribers as of the time of writing and recording this video. But if we're able to get 500 by the end of this year, then I will rank every single TV companion, from 1963 to the present. Also, please rate and comment below who your picks for the show's next showrunner would be, and whether you'd like it if it was someone entirely new to the show or not. And if you have any questions for my upcoming Q&A, then please comment them below. The deadline for all questions is the 17th of September at 11:59 PM UK time. So, until next time, bye bye!